What's good with it, y'all? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Y'all know what it is, man. NBA Quick Hits Volume 71, NBA Prediction Video Series. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. What's good with it? What's good with it? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Y'all already know what to do, man. Y'all already know what to do. Before we get into anything, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate you, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we back with another one, man. We over 700 our threshold. I told you I was gonna get there. We over that. Now we aiming for 800. This next one up, and we're gonna strive and get to that joint too. But let's go ahead and jump into this, man. So the first game up for the night: Pacers versus the Hornets. Ooh, man. I'm gonna put some respect on the Hornets name, man. So Pacers are favorite minus 9.5 for this one. Who am I gonna rock out to go with this? And I'm gonna go safely with the Pacers. Hornets are a reeling team. Hell, Mitch Kupchak just stepped down from his I think he was the VP. God, was the VP? I forgot his executive position. He stepped down from that. So yeah, we all know, man, that it's spiraling out of control for the Hornets. Needless to say, but at home, that team is very dangerous. But I just feel like this Pacers team is gonna go in there and be able to cover that spread quite easy. So we're going with the Pacers at minus 9.5, man. Next game after that, we got the 76ers versus the Cavaliers. Hell of a game. Obviously, with Joel Embiid out, it changes the whole aspect of this game as well. I mean, they got the Cavs at minus 10. You know, what I mean, minus 10, minus 10.5 on this particular game. So it's one of the ones where you look at it, you just say, yeah, I can see it happening. But again, the Sixers team led by Maxey, extremely tough, extremely tough. But I feel like the Cavs will have too much, man. Darius Garland, Spider Mitchell, you know what I'm saying? Allen there, Levert, Strap, like yeah, they got a nice squad, man. So I'm gonna rock out the Cavs to cover that spread at minus 10.5 on that one. Next game after that, man, we got the Bulls versus the Hawks. Again, with Zach Levine going down for the rest of the season, this Hawks now like people can kind of go into their respective positions and roles and not have to worry so much about minutes restrictions or things of that nature. So it should kind of help put the Bulls in a norm type situation as far as like from their rotation standpoint. But this Hawks team is they're right there with them, man. They made minimal to no kind of significant changes. Now that the trade deadline is over, DeJounte Murray can focus. I mean, they told him he's not being traded, so I think you'll see him lock back in and get back to it, man. With that being said, who's the listed favorite on this one? It's a much closer game. I mean, they have the favorite listed at -4 for the Hawks, and I believe the Hawks can cover that. So I'm going with the Hawks at -4 against the Bulls, man. Next game after that, we got the Spurs versus the Raptors. Um, they got the Raptors at a -6.5 favorite on this one. I'm gonna take the Raptors at -6. No disrespect to the Spurs, but yeah, underperforming in every turn, every avenue, man. I can't really go against it because they just giving you what you're seeing. Next game after that, Pelicans versus the Grizzlies. The Pelicans are listed as a -9.5 favorite. Going into Grizzlies home, you never know what you're going to get with this Grizzlies team. And obviously, we know John Moran's down, but they still got Desmond Bain, they still got Marcus Smart, D Rose, JJ Jaren Jackson. They traded away Steven Adams, so he's no longer there. So it's like again, they still got players that can definitely go out there and compete. So if you come in there, you know what I'm saying, taking this team lightly, you're gonna mess around and walk out holding a hot L. So in the case and situation of this one, I'm gonna rock out the Pelicans at -9.5, man. Feel like Zion, Brandon Ingram, and McCollum isn't gonna allow them to fall to this team, but hey, we gotta wait to see it, man. Next game after that, we got the Denver Nuggets versus the Milwaukee Bucks. This one they have is a tight 50-50 game, man. I mean, you got the Nuggets favorite -1.5. That's how close. That's how close. That's how close they have it. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the Bucks at +1.5. Dame, Pat Bev there now with his energy, bring us on the defensive end. It's kind of tenacious little Tasmanian devil, I guess you can say. But he brings a different energy for this team, and I feel like he's definitely going to be contributing. I feel like Giannis is definitely going to want to get some get back as well. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks at +1.5, man. So we have to wait and see how that pan out too. Next game after that, we got the Knicks versus the Rockets. Knicks are a -3-point favorite in this one. Definitely, it should be. Hopefully, Jalen Brunson is going to be playing. I know he had tweaked his ankle a few games ago, and they kind of definitely been resting him. Obviously, smartly to do. Julius Randle, kind of waiting to see what's going to happen when he's coming back and things of that nature. But I still think that this team should have enough to beat this Rockets team. However, this Rocket team, they play everybody tough, led by the most probably annoying person in the league, and Dillian Brooks. But they're coming on as a late man. Jalen Green kind of seemed to found his magic back. Fred VanVleet is doing the same thing he does. Sengun, their center, they got a nice squad. They're young. They get after it. They're hungry. But I feel like this Knicks team from a full roster capacity has a better roster altogether and better coach. So I'm rocking out with the Knicks to win that one, man. Next game after that, we got the Wizards versus the Mavericks. Mavericks are a minus 12.5 favorite. I'm not even going to elaborate too much on this one. I got the Mavericks at minus 12.5. I'd be hard pressed and shocked if the Wizards won. So I'm going with the Mavs at minus 12.5. Next game after that, man, we got the Warriors versus the Jazz. This one again is another 50-50 game listed on paper for this one. They got the Warriors as a 1.5 point favorite. Again, which I can say, we've seen the Warriors get a tough, gritty win against the Suns off of a Steph. Hell, if you didn't see the end of that game, man, go check it out. That was a hell of a game. Hell of a ending to that game, I should say. That was a hell of a game off of a Steph walk-off three-pointer to win the game, man. So I'm gonna rock out the Warriors as well at -1. I feel like Steph's gonna go in there and put on a hell of a performance against the Jazz, and Jazz gonna be competing, but I feel like the Steph is gonna do something special to them tonight. And then the game of the night for me, man, this is the one where I definitely make sure I'm gonna be watching this one. Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Clippers. Ooh wee, battle of two of the hottest teams or top teams in the West. The Clippers are actually a -4.5 favorite in this one. Um, when the Clippers played the Wolves last, the Wolves went in there and handled business on them. So I think the Clippers going to look to want to come out and get some get back and get right to it. However, Anthony Edwards is going to have a lot to say about that. That boy is a beast. To be under 25 and as talented and as good as he is, man. People comparing him to Baby Jordan and things of that nature. It's like, hey, you got the gift if that's what people do it, man. So on this one, I'm gonna rock out the Clippers to cover that -4.5. Only being is again to send a message, get back from the loss that the Wolves handed it to them last time, kind of make a statement to let them know. But would I be surprised the Wolves won? Hell no. This Wolves teams they're extremely good, dedicated. Again, led by a young, hungry. I ain't even call him a budding star. He is a star at this point. So I got the clips on that. But as a quick recap, man, before I get up out of here, Marie, go ahead and run this back down to y'all, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Pacers versus the Hornets, man. I'm taking the Pacers at -9.5. 76ers versus the Cavs. I'm taking the Cavs at -10.5. Spurs versus Raptors. I'm taking the Raptors at -6.5. Hawks versus Bulls. I'm taking the Hawks at -4. What else we got? Nuggets versus the Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks at +1.5. What else we got? I think I did the Pelicans and Grizzlies one, taking the Pelicans at -9.5. Knicks versus Rockets, taking the Knicks at -3.5. Wizards versus Mavs, taking the Mavs at 12.5. And then Warriors versus Jazz, taking the Warriors at -1. And then Wolves versus Clippers, I'm taking the Clippers at -4.5, man. But that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate you stopping through. Again, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. And as always, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Appreciate you coming through. And I'll be back at y'all another one, man. Y'all know what it is.